Howard King, in an article for The Guardian, said, "Businesses don't transform by choice. It's far too expensive and risky. Businesses undergo transformation when they have failed to evolve." John Marquand, CIO of Vanguard, points out this. Just look at the S&P 500. In 1958, companies stayed on that index for an average of 61 years. By 2011, it was 18 years. Today, companies are being replaced on the S&P 500 approximately every 2 weeks. Technology obviously is driving this change. In order to succeed in not going extinct requires you to merge transformation and technology. So let's look at 4 essential elements that you have to get right in order to lead a business transformation of this magnitude. Number 1 is workforce psychology. The psychological reasons that people work have shifted dramatically in a generation. Just look at Gallup's engagement stats, which have not changed substantially in 15 years. The growth of freelance culture is expected to be 50% or higher by 2020. People want more from work than just a paycheck. But if you treat people like a commodity, expect to get paycheck workers. Number 2, shifting growth strategies. 70 to 90% of mergers fail to generate the expected ROI, and yet the merger mania is still growing. Investors are increasingly taking much higher risks to see that ROI and growth and scalability, and yet the failure rates is an important signal of a business strategy that is not sustainable. Bigger is not always richer or better when it comes to growth. If you're undergoing growth through a merger, you owe it to yourself to ensure that you are attending to the cultural dynamics behind it. So number 3, speed. And speed goes along with the magnitude of change, doesn't it? If you speed up too fast, you end up leaving half your people behind in the race. However, speed is a requirement. So going about it properly is essential. Speeding up through small change, pilots, experiments that you can then scale is the very best way to ensure that you're moving at the pace of technology and change these days. Too many organizations are creating a lot of burnout and stress by forcing deadlines around technology or other implementations that are unrealistic. Speed works when it's grounded in a clear destination and aligned leadership at every level. So number 4 is the future over the past. Legacy management practices, by definition, use the past as a reference point and are still deeply rooted in the very fabric of corporate America. Let me explain. Do you see blaming, finger pointing, avoiding risk while saying that change is needed in any part of your organization? Then you know what I'm talking about. Leaders who focus their teams on the future stimulate more opportunity, innovation, which also then drives speed and growth. Pointing your attention forward means asking different questions. What can we do better versus what went wrong? So what does success look like versus why did we fail again? These 4 dynamics managed well create trust in the organization. And that is what stimulates change versus the resistance or the reactions that are so common in today's change programs. Thanks for listening today. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if this perspective has been valuable to you. Please leave your comments in the box below. We want to know, what are you doing to manage digital transformation in your company?